Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and introduce week 14 to you all, which is April the 8th through April the 14th. We're looking at the subjunctive with emotion. Okay. For this week, you're going to want to study pages 327 to 329 in your text. At the end of this week and after completing all of this week's work, you should be able to use the subjunctive and dependent clauses that follow verbs and impersonal expressions that express feelings and emotions such as hope, fear, surprise, regret, pity, anger, joy, and sorrow. You should be able to identify key phrases that signal the use of the subjunctive. You should also be able to present orally on a travel experience, demonstrating your ability to respond to questions in familiar situations. This week's assignments address student learning outcomes 1, 2, and 3. All the work is due on the 11th. You're going to want to start this week like you do any other by looking at your instructor-made videos. These are on subjunctive, used with feelings and emotions. After you've watched the videos, you'll go back out to the site. Click on the class participation forum, click on the thread, hit reply, and then post any questions or concerns you have about the information covered in the videos or any other questions or concerns you have about information covered in the class. You have oral dialogue 3 this week. The workshop is up above in a previous week, but it'll be down here. I can go ahead and show you. It's right here. It will be moved down here. You will want to open it up and you should see feedback from me. A fellow classmate will have critiqued your oral dialogue script as well as I will have, and I will sign mine. I will put my name up at the top of the one that I did. You'll want to take the script that I gave you and then use it to make your recording for oral dialogue 3. Remember that I gave you 3 options. I might add a 4th. And you don't have to do all of them, and you don't even have to really listen to this because this is just going over the questions that are asked of you, but you've already created your script, so you don't really need to look at that. Option 1 goes through using VidGrid, so if you want to use VidGrid, you can watch this video and you use that record button. Option 2 shows you how to use something else on your computer, if you use a different recording tool on your computer, how to take that video and embed it into the assignment. And option 3 shows you how to make a video in Vocaroo. This will tell you how to do it, and this is the link that takes you there. So any of those options are fine. If you use option 1 and 2, just make sure you paste the URL into your oral dialogue in your submission so that I can see it. You also need to visit my language labs where you're going to complete these SAM activities and these extra practice activities. So if you go out to my language lab, okay, so once you've logged into my language labs, it should look something like this. You will click on actually don't do that. Go to your course calendar. And then you'll click on April the 11th, and your assignments will pop up here. Go through and complete. You can complete them as many times as you would like. Before the due date, just remember if you're doing an assignment more than 3 times, then you probably want to reach out to me. And that's everything you have to do for week 14.